Hello everyone, this is Riku Keyblade Master, and today, let's just say I have a rather short, opinionated topic. Now, the Final Fantasy VII Remake was brought to my attention last night, as well as a forgotten Final Fantasy based movie. Now, I didn't know about the first Final Fantasy based movie. I knew about the Advent Children, I knew about that one. But the first one, I didn't know. And the person that brought it to my attention is like, I understand why you didn't know. I get it. And it's probably a good thing you didn't know in the first place. It just the plot of that one was all over the place. And speaking of movies, this video here is a let's just put it to you this way. I'm finally bringing out a Steven Universe movie review. Where to start on this? I mean, it's don't get me wrong. I love Steven Universe. Do not get me wrong. But this movie, I feel like didn't really do it justice. Let's see. We start off with everything being all fine, you know. And warning, if you haven't seen it yet, spoilers. Before I get into it any further, spoilers. Now, we start off with everything being fine, you know. Connie is going to space camp in outer space or whatnot. Her parents are finally understanding her interests. Sadie Killer and the suspects are, going to be holding a concert. However, on the same day all of this is happening, some mysterious life form comes down with some strange device, which we later find out her name is Spinel, and the device she comes down with is an ejector. Now, a battle ensues, and the gems are totally fucked over against Spinel. Like, they oh my god, dude. And it's, I agree with Steven's dad. Like, holy, she got everybody. And then she does something to Steven that makes his powers go all crazy. And then she's like, ha, now your human half won't stand a chance against my ejector. Now, we don't know what the ejector does yet. So then they split up into teams after a heart-to-heart talk between Steven and his dad. They split into teams, and they try to figure out what the heck is going on. Peridot accidentally touches a freaking gem destabilizer. Like, really, Peridot? And what puzzles me is Bismuth touched it. She took it out of Peridot's hands, but yet she was not affected. Could it be because she knew where to touch it and where not to touch it? That makes a lot more sense. Now, again, while they're splitting off and figuring out, what the heck is going on, some more stuff with the injector ensues, and Sadie Killer and the suspects are getting ready for their concert, but around the same time, some major shit hits the fan. Okay, when they finally, it's like everybody, it's like when Spinell shows up, she's all happy-go-lucky, like, and Steven's like, yo, you don't remember any of this? You don't remember at all? And then all of a sudden, Pearl and the rest of the gems, boom, bang, everybody's all reset. Like, what the heck? Everybody's all reset, and just, it's like, why? Everybody's all reset. And it turns out that the concert, it's like everybody has to refine their pieces. It's like their internal puzzles are unsolved, and they need to find their pieces. Now, I understand that, because there have been times I lost my internal pieces, and I had to regain mine back. So I can relate to the gems in that form of inquiry processing. No joke, like, you guys had to help me get some pieces back. And I mostly lose those pieces when I was younger, I went through, like, a lot of surgeries and stuff, like, shunt surgeries and whatnot, and it's just like, dude, for a couple of weeks, my memory is kaputski. Like, yeah, like, ugh, you gotta be kidding. But, like I said, everybody, all the gems are reset. Garnet doesn't come out as Garnet. She comes out as Ruby and Sapphire first. And like I said, Ruby, and of course, before the split up happens, before the whole thing with having to split up, and before they touch the gem stabilizer thing or whatever, Ruby's like, are you sure about this? And Sapphire's like, I foresee us following him into the countryside. And Ruby's like, okay. And then we get to see at one point, Ruby and Sapphire go back to fusing, but they don't turn into the Garnet that we know and love. They turn into the Garnet that first, shows up, before she gets full Garnet. So then we have to end up finding her pieces, and then after, see, Garnet's the last one we have to end up finding pieces for, and it takes Spinell almost basically trying to kill her to get her back to get Garnet back to her original form. And it's just like, what? Like, I get that, but at the same time, it's like, what the heck? And yeah, it's just crazy. It's just completely crazy. Yeah. So then, of course, but before that, we have to get Spinell's pieces back, which she gets them back during the concert. She gets them back during the Sadie Killer and the Suspects concert. And but she flies up to the moon, particularly to the garden spot where her and Rose played, and Steven's like, "Whoa, I cannot believe my mom did that to you." Actually, I can believe it. You're not the only person she's hurt. But Spinell, instead of understanding, she went full force on Steven and just tried to kill him. Like, what the fuck, man? Seriously, why? And, you know, she's at a point where she's like, I don't want to kill you, you know, but why do I still want to kill you? And I think it's because of the fact that Steven is an offspring of Rose. I think that's why she still wants to hurt him, even though she likes him. And, which I get that. But there are a few things that are questionable towards this movie, like, why the reset? What's the point of the reset? You know, like, oh my god, like, get out, you know? I mean, I see some points of the reset, yet I don't see some points. Like, why do... Just... Why'd they even have to fight at all? Why couldn't Steven just have a normal, everyday experience? Well, for him, fighting is a normal, everyday experience, but... He even states this. Just this morning, everything was perfect. Why did everything have to change? You know? And then that's where Steven Universe Future comes in. And, you know, they have the changes and whatnot. Which is cool. So I guess this was the green light of the Steven Universe Future. Like, some loose ends needed to be tied up, which I understand that, but at the same time, you could have tied them up a little better. But anyways, back to the movie. Sorry about my little going off track. I do that a lot on accident. Whew. But anyway, Spinell finally sees the error of her ways after, you know, a few more hijinks ensue, and then the diamonds, I forgot about them. In the beginning of the movie, they wanted Steven to live up in space with them. You know, they're like, please, you're the only thing we have left of Pink. But Steven belongs on Earth. And I think that's how Pink felt, and that's why she wanted her own colony. Because it's like, dude, I have to find where I belong. You guys know where you belong, but I don't belong here. You know, I'm a gem that's kind of rebellious in a way. And I understand Pink's perspectives. I get it. I mean, a lot of people, you know, wouldn't get it, but I do. But then, by the end of the movie, the diamonds show up and they decide, okay, you know what? Instead of you coming to live with us, we're going to come live with you. But by that time, the planet is completely destroyed because of Spinell's ejector. You know, because of Spinell's ejector, they couldn't reverse all the damage. So Steven tries to heal the planet with a little bit of Amethyst's advice. The moment he starts doing it, though, she's like, I'm just joking, dude. You know, But in a way, Amethyst was onto something. But overall, the movie has its nitpicks here and there. I want to say it was about a 4 out of 10, to be completely honest. I want to say it was about a 3.5 star-ish. It wasn't bad, but it could have been better. So until next time, I've been Riku Keyblade Master. Comment, rate, subscribe to become a Keyblade wielder, and stay awesome as usual. Peace.